The book of Judges ends in confusion, violence, and moral decline. But the Bible does not leave us there. The very next book, Ruth, takes us back into the same period of the Judges, yet tells a very different kind of story, one of faith, loyalty, kindness, and God's quiet redemption. So as we move from Judges into Ruth, we move from darkness to hope. Ruth chapter 1 begins during a time of famine in the land of Judah. A man from Bethlehem named Elimelech left his homeland with his wife Naomi and their 2 sons Mahlon and Kilion. Seeking food and survival, they traveled east to the land of Moab. For a time they settled there, but tragedy soon followed. Elimelech died, leaving Naomi a widow in a foreign land. Later, her 2 sons married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other named Ruth. They lived in Moab for about 10 years, but then Naomi's sorrow deepened even further when both Mahlon and Kilion died, leaving her without husband or sons. Now alone, Naomi heard that the Lord had once again provided food for his people in Bethlehem. With nothing left in Moab, she decided to return home. As she prepared to leave, her daughters-in-law went with her. Along the road, Naomi urged them to return to their own families, saying, "May the Lord show you kindness, just as you have shown kindness to me and to the dead." She explained that she had no future to offer them, no husband, no sons, and no security. The women wept together. Orpah eventually kissed Naomi goodbye and returned to Moab. But Ruth refused to leave. Clinging to Naomi, Ruth spoke words of loyalty that would echo through history. "Do not urge me to leave you or turn back from following you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." Seeing that Ruth was fully determined, Naomi stopped trying to persuade her. Together, the 2 women made the long journey back to Bethlehem. When they arrived, the town was stirred, and the women asked, "Is this Naomi?" But Naomi answered, "Do not call me Naomi, which means pleasant. Call me Mara, which means bitter, because the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty." Yet the chapter closes with a quiet note of hope. Naomi returned from Moab with Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, and they arrived in Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest, a small sign that God was already preparing something new. Next comes Ruth 2, where Ruth steps into the fields of Bethlehem and unknowingly encounters Boaz, the man God has placed in her path.